paid that man what I owed him.
He ain't come back for no rent. He said you ain't been to work in 2 days. Well, you been leaving up out of here going somewhere.
Now look, Rose, I ain't lied to you if you think if that's what you're thinking.
I never said nothing about you lying. So, where you been?
I went to work. Once I looked over in old man Wallace's field, I kept on walking.
Now, what do you know we can't afford you missing work? The baby will be here soon.
Me and Cleveland, we've been taking care of business. And me and him, we've been talking.
Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
That no-good city slicker from Chicago?
Cleveland got more sense than anybody here in Mississippi.
He ain't nothing but a crook. And my brother Larry said he be in every juke joint down here, and then don't leave until you put him out.
Because your brother's one of the ones that's getting thrown out with him.
Well, my sister say he chased after every skirt that swings his way.
And hers is one of the ones he's lifting up and dancing under.
Everybody can see his faults except you.
Oh, he's a good friend of mine. And he's a smart businessman.
A businessman? Now, what kind of business he got except for cheating folk out of their money?
He ain't cheating folk out of nothing. If anything, he's showing us how to get money.
And you call gambling a way to get the money?
Who said anything about gambling?
He got y'all making bad. He's taking all your money. Just a bunch of old fools.
But we betting on Bronzeville Gold.
Bronzeville Gold?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what the devil is that?
Well, see, that's the name of his numbers wheel. See what it is? You pick 3 lucky numbers, 1 through 78. And you see, they spin that wheel. And if your numbers match, bam! You hit! The money is as good as gold. Yes, Lord.
Sounds like a bunch of foolishness to me.
Oh, Cleveland, his uncle was making a killing with this number racket up in Bronzeville.
And just what kind of work does his uncle do?
Oh, well, he's a policy king, and he's making big money.
Policy king? Then he no more than a 2-bit crook himself.
Oh, you're looking at it all wrong. They do a lot for black folk up there in Chicago. Matter of fact, they told me that if I come up there, they'll give me all the money I need for my carpentry business. I have a bunch of men folk working for me in a storefront building with my name on it.
Please.
And you can open up your tailor shop right alongside my business.
Ain't nobody gonna play me for this little minute and sewing I be doing.
Folks in Chicago will. They love dressing fancy.
And how you know? You ain't seen nobody except for Cleveland and he dresses like a clown.
You just don't understand Northern style. Baby, black folk up there, they living like kings and queens. They living in mansions. The women are sporting furs. Men wearing 3-piece suits and fedora hats. And they driving brand new fancy cars.
Now, Willie, you stand here and tell that lie.
It's the truth. Baby, they got their own businesses. Banks to put their money in. The men take their women to fancy clubs. Baby, he promised me a good job up there. At least until I get my carpentry business going.
Doing what?
I'm going to be his number runner.
Yes, I knew it, Willie. I knew it had something to do with the devil word. Oh, we're going to hell. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Rose. We're going to hell.
Rose.
Oh, God.
Rose, listen to me.
I'm a Christian woman, Willie.
Rose, all I have to do is write the numbers down and turn them in. We be making more money than we've ever seen. And then I'll be able to buy some land and build you a house, and we can get rid of these old worn-out shoes we wear.
I'm fine with the house we got. And I ain't never been finding no fancy shoes.
That's because you don't know any better.
You need to get your head out the cloud. And Cleveland needs to go back north where it come from.
But I tell you what, when he gets ready to leave, you and me, we going with him.
You don't know so much.
No, I ain't.
Well, I'm not about to go somewhere I don't know nothing about.
Can't you see I'm trying to get us a better life?
How? By losing your job and coming home late? You're letting him tear up our family.
This man is trying to help us, and you call that
selfish?
How is that selfish?
You're just thinking about you. What about my mom and daddy? I can't just up and leave. You know my daddy's sick.
You ain't even trying to understand what I'm saying.
Willie, I don't want our baby to be born amongst no strangers.
Do you think this is easy for me? If I could convince our family to follow us, I would.
Us? What you mean us? I said I was going nowhere.
Rose, look at these hands. These are carpenter hands, not for the field. Don't you understand what I'm trying to say to you? I don't want this life for me, you, or my child.
Willie, I can't go.
Why not? You think I lead you wrong?
You trusting in this man like he God.
This man is trying to help us get a better life.
Well, I don't want to go to no big city. I don't know nothing about it.
And I don't want to stay down here in the country where I ain't allowed to prosper.
Well, you got a good job with Mr. Wallace. Plenty men wish they had it good as you do.
Good. You think I like taking orders from a man that calls me boy?
You can't mind Mr. Wallace's son. He's a hard man, but at least he pays you on time.
It ain't about the money, Rose. It's about respect.
Well, at least you ain't doing no shameful work that'll land you on some chain gang.
I'm a carpenter, not some damn fieldhead.
Be thankful the Lord is providing.
See, if the Lord cared anything about me, he'd burn up all these fields and slave it all.
Well, I know how you feel, but now ain't the time to be walking away from steady work. We in a depression. It's depression folk down here, and I know up north ain't no better.
Oh, Rose, all our family know is the field. Do you want to die in the field?
Can't you see we live a quiet, peaceful life down here? Can't you see we doing good?
Good.
Yes, the air is warm and sweet. There's plenty of stars in the sky at night, and the autumn leaves turn bright orange like roasted sweet potatoes. See, it's the simple things in life that give us joy.
Joy? Woman, open your eyes. Our family's been slaving in Wallace's field for 6 generations, and this land ain't ours. I ought to own this land. But we living in Wallace's rooms, and we eating Wallace's food. We shucking and jiving to Wallace's music. There ain't no pride in that.
Willie, stop upsetting yourself and come drink your lemonade.
Because of my sweat and my hands, his wife and children, they living in a mansion, colored up in warm rooms that me and my daddy built with our hands.
Willie, hush now.
These hands, they blessed his fields and made him rich. And me and my family crowded up in this one-room shack. There ain't nothing to show for. Ain't no pride in that.
What does this book say? In due time, the meek will possess the land. God ain't forgot his promise to us.
22 years of meekness and I still ain't got my own land.
What the preacher say on Sunday? God is not blind to the struggles of his servant.
You think that preacher got all the answers? His word ain't doing us a bit of good.
Now, Willie, that ain't necessary.
We sit there every Sunday listening to that man say things are going to get better. But when is that day coming? It's a bunch of hogwash.
How dare you let Satan ride your tongue?
He's filling our head with lies.
Well, I'll take his words over that weasel Cleveland.
Well, if Cleveland's a weasel, your preacher's a snake.
That's a man of God you're blaspheming.
And Cleveland's a man of gold, you're blaspheming.
You think the North is heaven?
You think the South ain't hell?
Can't you see this whole thing you want to do with Cleveland is crooked?
Rose, sometimes you gotta do things crooked until things get straight.
Everything about you is starting to change. And I don't like it.
And I want something from life.
You will be a fool to walk off that job.
Well, I'm walking. And I'll tell you why. The other day, one of the field hands got caught eating a tomato. The thing was so small you can hold it in the palm of your hand. That boy got beat like a hog for eating a tomato. He couldn't have been no older than 14 years old. Field full of red tomatoes. And old man Wallace just fretting over one. He's beating that boy and just screaming like I don't know what. Screaming, I still can't even get out of my head. It took everything I had within me not to jump all over old man Wallace. I wanted to take the stick from that hand and beat the living crap out of him. And the men folk, we just sat there like helpless field mice. You know what old man Wallace said? He says, from now on, all of you be wearing muzzles. Won't never one of you black bastards steal from me again. So the other day, I go to work and what I see, 16 King field hands with iron muscles on their mouths. And that son of a gun tells me if I want to get paid, I gotta wear that thing. The dogs on this farm, don't even wear one. And here I am, a man, and I get no more respect than a dog.
Willie, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
This morning, I went to go kill Wallace. But then I thought about you, and I tried. If I stay in this field, if I go back there, I swear I'll kill that bastard!
Willie.
That child you carry, that's my flesh and blood. And I'll be damned if I let my child suffer the way I saw that boy suffer over a tomato. Cleveland brought us 2 one-way tickets to Chicago. We leave tonight.
We ain't even packed.
Ain't nothing we got worth taking.
How we gonna tell everybody goodbye?
We ain't got time for goodbyes.
Guess we gotta go.